you didn't do the like the thing. Hey YouTubers! Good day to you. You know what sucks about me filming these funny things is you'll actually just put them
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hey guys, want to show you what I'm up to here at the new shop. I talked about it in a couple videos ago, and I'm now working in this other area that's just massive. I can fit a couple big vans back here, and we're doing a lot of stuff. So the van that you see behind me is a 2016 Sprinter 4-wheel drive. It's lifted a couple inches, and so far I've installed a solar panel up there on some really nice racks, put a roof vent fan in there, put in all the panels. I have this awesome jump seat that I just wanted to show everyone what it does. So there's going to be a galley, maybe a galley right here. My customer hasn't quite decided yet, but she wanted to have open space in here, and these Sprinters have this third row or the second row seat right here, and it would take up all of the space. There'd be absolutely no room in here. So we got this jump seat that you often see in like a handicap van or something to have room for a wheelchair. But we're using this just to have some extra space. So this thing comes down, locks into place. This pops up, and now you have room for 2 extra seats. Super sturdy, it bolts through the entire frame of the van, and there's nothing under here, which is really cool. So when it goes up, it's not in the way. So I want to show you guys a little bit of a close-up of what's been going on inside the van. So I've been paneling. I want to show you a couple different things that's been happening with that. If you look down here, actually, there's one panel that doesn't have fabric on it yet because I was 12 inches short. So I put this in temporarily. But a good thing to do behind the fabric is to put some type of foam. This is 1/8 inch underlayment. It's the same stuff that goes underneath your hardwood floors. A lot of hardwood floors have it built on already, but you can still buy this stuff. It's relatively cheap, and what's really cool is it's water resistant, antimicrobial, and antibacterial, so it's like kind of an awesome thing to have inside the van. So glue that down first, put your fabric over it, and then when you touch your fabric, it's kind of soft and not just hardwood right behind it. I wanted to show you this window back here. This has been a feat to figure out, but I have it down now, and I just want to show everyone kind of how I do it. Maybe I'll do a video of me actually making one as well, but this has a windowsill inside of it. And if you look at the other window, it does not have the windowsill inside of it. So if you built it without the windowsill, you just have this big old crack right here. So it's like, what do you do in that position? So this is what I built. This is 1/8 inch bender board. Actually, I think it's even smaller than 1/8 inch, and there's 2 layers of it. I had to soak that in water for a day to get it to bend even more. And I built this frame, which is this thickness, bigger than the actual window. So bent this around to where I had 2 layers of this, glued it in place, and then now this is the exact size of this window. So it actually slips right on the window. And then this is located behind this panel, and this gets carpeted separately. So you wrap the carpet around, or the fabric around there, wrap it around both sides, and then this would get screwed on behind the panel right here. And then I screwed from the panel, so this is basically this piece behind this panel right here. I screwed through the panel into this to hold this into place, and I screwed into it with buttons, and that's for the purpose of adding a shade later. You'll just be able to button it straight on. So it's dual purpose. It's both holding this frame solidly inside the panel, and is also going to be so you can put the cover on there.
Did you buy the gas version?
No.
Very nice. Could you share any experience in driving Promaster off-road, especially on the beach? Did you have any problems with the Promaster on sand?
No, I have not driven my Promaster on the sand or the beach. I have driven it off-road where there's been a lot of dips and bumps and large areas to get stuck. And although I have heard a lot about how the Promaster has a really low clearance in the back, I have never bottomed out, I've never had any issues, and I've also been really conscious about how I've driven over those areas. I'm currently at 70,000 miles. I've had a check engine light come on and then go off, and that's happened one time. I just reset the check engine light and it's never come back. I don't even remember now what that was, but it's never broken down. I've never had any issues with it. I've been really happy with it, and I'm not saying that other vans are better or worse, but I have not had that experience.
How was driving it with the extra height in the chair?
So this is in reference to the seat swivel that I installed. It's horrible, to be honest. They make another base that you can replace where after adding the seat swivel, it remains the stock height. But I think that's one of my complaints about this van from the beginning is the seats are too high. And adding a seat swivel just makes it even worse. So I'd recommend to those that are buying the seat swivel, unless you're short, which you can get away with it then. But I'm 6'2", I'm already at my max height that I want to be at. Adding a seat swivel is not cool for me.
Looks great. So when will the build be done? Would like to see your ideas.
When will the build be done? That's a fabulous question, actually. Well, it's always 2 months. It's closer to a month now. So if I spent 1 month purely working on my vehicle, then in a month from now, I would tell you it's going to be done in a month. And that's just how it goes. I feel like this kind of project is never done. However, lately it's been taking even longer since I started this business, and now I'm working on everyone else's vehicles and not my own. So yeah, I'll shoot another video in a month when mine is done.
I see you posted this a year ago. In that time, have you had any leaks or problems? Also, did you cut into the framing?
I have not had any problems with leaking in the fan or the windows that I installed. I'm pretty adamant about how I seal things, and yeah, I think using plenty of sealer on the top. I actually use like a tube and a half now in all the installs that I do. It used to be a tube, and I kind of like to overkill it because I want to make it look really neat, and I also don't want these things to come back having leaks in them. And as far as cutting into the frame, absolutely not. Please do not cut into the roof frame to put your vent fan in. There's plenty of areas to install in every single van without having to cut through that. That's major structural stability area, and please don't cut through it.
Nice job. I pretty much have the same question as Bart below. Support under the fan needed for the screws, and why did you pick the location? Thanks.
I'll speak about the location first. The location I have, because my kitchen is in the back, and I wanted the vent fan to be pretty close to the kitchen for cooking and pulling out steam. And it's right between where I would cook and where I usually have my head while I'm sleeping. So the fan can either blow on top of my head, or when I face the other direction, I'll have the fan go out, and then I'll have the side window open so the breeze can go through right next to my face. What was the other part of the question?
Support under the fan needed for the screws?
Yeah, absolutely not. It comes with sheet metal screws. My colleague actually bolted his through, and he considered using a support. The sheet metal screws, there's 12 screws in this thing, and the whole fan weighs like 20 pounds or something. It's plenty of strength to support it and keep it in place. And yeah, like the comment said, a year, like I've had it in there a year, never had any issues. It's not bouncing around. To me, it does not need any supports.
Thanks for this. One question though. What do I do with the garnish ring that came with it? The directions that came with it don't make much sense, and I see you didn't even use one.
So the garnish ring, I think, is like 6 inches tall or something, and you'd probably use that if you were installing this fan in an RV that has a really thick roof. But for the most part, you absolutely do not need it that thick, so you need to cut it down. And I use a jigsaw to cut it down. I start on the corner, cut through the corner, and then trace around the outside. Is that a really annoying sound for the video?
Probably.
Okay. Stupid plane. You want to have your roof in place before you use the garnish ring. The reason I didn't use it is because I did not have my roof complete, or my ceiling complete at that time. So now that my ceiling is complete, maybe we can take a quick video of that as well. My ceiling is complete. We'll show the video.
Oh my god!
So a lot of you guys have just left me really great comments about what I've done, like this one, that one, that one, that one, those, these. Yeah, I just want to say keep them coming. I really love hearing good comments, and if you have any suggestions or anything for me, I welcome those as well. Thanks for watching, guys, and sorry I don't have any more videos about how I actually did these things. They are coming. I'll shoot some more videos for how to. In the meantime, if you do have questions about anything that I've done on this vehicle or other videos, feel free to reach out to me directly. And if you're in the Santa Cruz area, feel free to come in here and either chat with me, or I'm happy to do the work for you. Reach out to me directly at okgraybands@gmail.com, and please like and subscribe to see more videos. Thanks, I'll see you guys next time.